Hello there guys, and welcome back. Okay, so what I've got on today is this little system I bought ages ago. I wanted to do a test on it. By the way, it's totally bad, don't buy these. I only bought it because it came with a couple of extra bulbs, and I was needing to buy these USB bulbs, these sort of 6-volt bulbs anyway, but they were $10 each, and I got this for, I think it was like $20, so yeah. So I think I got 3 lights actually with it, and cables and stuff like that, so it was worth buying just for the lights, yeah. That's what I bought it for. Anyway, back to the story. And I'd just like to say thank you to Ash and the guys from the gaming community, a guy called KFC and Cruel Nerd. I'd just like to say thanks for supporting us, by the way, and subscribing and stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. And yeah, thanks and welcome to the channel, by the way, guys. And I'll get back to this now. Okay, this is the little system I bought. All it had in it was 2 little batteries, and they were just really terrible. They were just like 2 little lithium batteries, really bad batteries. Well, not really bad, but they only lasted about 30 minutes on it or something, using the 2 lights it came with. So that's no good, absolutely rubbish. So yeah, not good at all. So I took the batteries out of it. I took the 2 batteries out and I attached a 6-volt lead acid battery. Now it does charge it, but this little box takes a long time to charge that. But once it's charged, it went from 30 minutes using them lights, all the way up to, it was like 10 hours last night that I timed it for, running a couple of lights, and that's not too bad for camping. But it does take a while to charge, so I'll probably be throwing this in the bin. I'll be buying another one of these 6-volt batteries, making up the 12-volt system, because as you see, it's still slimline. It's not. That's my finger there, so it's not really that fat. So double that into a box, and then run it on a 12-volt system, and it'll charge a lot easier as well. When I put a 50-watt panel on it, it'll charge within about maybe an hour or two, because it's a 14 amp hour lead acid, but you can only use half of that, so you've only got 7 amp hours of usable power, just to save the battery, make sure it's good. But it actually does work, and it does charge it, but this takes a little bit of time. So this will be getting rid of, and don't buy these guys. They're just a con. They're cheap, but they're just nasty, yeah? That's why it's called, cheap and nasty. And I don't care if you're from the company that sells these. Yeah, put a bigger battery in them, mate, and they'll be better, but then they'll be 3 times, 4 times the cost. And this is why I build stuff of my own to go out camping with and stuff, because not everybody can afford $500-600 on a generator, you know, on a solar powered generator. Well, I can't anyway. Maybe a lot of other people can, but I can't, so I have to make my own. The other one I made, I was going to take camping, but I ended up running my house my house lights on that thing, and it's been running great. That thing's been working awesome. So that's getting left on there, because my big batteries, they knackered up after a lot of years, so I couldn't afford to replace them, so I made my own battery. So that's running that, so I'm very happy with that. But anyway, back to this topic. So that's what I've been doing. I just rewired it from here, from the back of this terminal, opened it up, rewired it and put the terminals back on there, and it does charge. Takes ages though. I'll show you the charging rate. There's a solar panel outside. I had to close the curtains because the light that was coming in here was like, oh, it was amazing, like really bright. I couldn't see anything, so yeah, I closed the curtains on it. But this is, I'm happy with this. Once it's charged, 10 hours, that's all you're really going to need when you're out camping anyway. You're not going to run the light all night long, you know, just when you need to. Give you a nice little place to sit down, and also be watching the television, the little iPad thing. That runs on, I run that on this thing, on that battery there. But the problem is this takes 24 hours or something to charge. So that will run that little television, that will run that for maybe 12 hours. So plenty of movies to watch in it. But that'll last like a weekend camping, because you only watch maybe 1, maybe 2 videos a night. You don't watch videos all night, you know, you're going to be sleeping, yeah. So that's good, but it takes too long to charge. And so you charge this up before you head out. You charge this up, and then that's it. So that's a backup. But what I did do was the battery I took out of this, the two batteries I took out of this, I actually had a little pump, an electric pump for pumping up tyres, but it didn't work. It was just rubbish and I couldn't get my money back from it. So when I opened it up, it had two batteries that were exactly the same as this one. So what I did was, let's get rid of that, I added it to its own system. It looks ugly, very ugly. That's the battery that came out of it. Another one of them inside there. It looks very ugly. I just taped together and stuff, and I added this that regulates inside here. There's a little machine, takes it from, it can go from 8 to 12 volts down to 5 volts on this, yeah. But I added a switch as well, so when I switch it on, the lights come on. So this all works. And the lights, they'll last 8 hours on that little thing, yeah. I only left this on the front because I'm using that as a diagram, tell me like it's charging, and it's telling me it's green, so it's pretty much charged, yeah. But it's got pass-through charging as well. So while it's charging on the solar from outside, a little 20 watt, I can actually use it at the exact same time because I'm running from a different bit, you see. I'm not running through the actual thing. But this actually has a light on it as well. That actually does work as well. A little light out the front. So it's a good torch. A torch would last for about a week, yeah. So on a little torch. But like I said, put a switch on that, switch it off, that goes off. So that's the little system. That'll charge your phone maybe 4 times, yeah, or it'll run these little lights for hours, yeah. So it's a good wee thing. It doesn't look good, but any power you can get when you're out camping, yep, that's all it needs. Like that little system there, that'll do this little speaker, and it'll keep it running for days, yeah. But that's why I need to upload this one. I need to put this one to 12 volt by another 6 volt battery, get this back up to 12 volts, run it on a 50 watt solar panel with a charge controller, and boom, that's going to be charged in no time because it's only small batteries. I'll stick it in a box, like an ammo crate, an ammo box or something, and then put USBs along the top, and I'll put a volume circuit board in it so you can actually see how it's charging and stuff, you know. Yeah, that's not too costly, so I can do that no problem. But yeah, that's what I've been up to anyway. So do not buy these little systems. They're not worth the money unless you want a couple of extra lights, because that's all they're really worth. You know, I bought it for the lights that came with it. I never bought it for the machine itself. It did work, but it only had about 30 minutes worth of charge. And because this USB is so bad, if you try to put your phone in there, it's not got enough power coming through it. So that's no. And the next time when I'm getting my new battery through, they'll be doubled up. You've got to keep the same type of battery. If it's a 14 amp hour battery, 6 volt, you buy the exactly same one again when you're making them into 12 volts. And you run that through series when you're doing a 12 volt system. And yep guys, 12 volts much better than the 6 volt. Yeah, much better. So that's all I've got to be doing today, and I've still got my little cup there, and I got my little logo in it. But thanks again guys for the support you've been giving me. It's been absolutely awesome, and I'm going to leave this video at this. Before I say, I did find that place that we were going camping at, so it's a nice location, but I've got a couple of other locations I want to show you guys, and I'll get you guys to choose which one that I camp at. So I'll give you 3 locations, you tell me what one you think I should camp at. And take in mind they are all dog walking places, and so you will come across people, but in Scotland nobody bothers you, you know. You don't get the same, like, oh, I'm phoning the police, get them moved out. It doesn't work that way in Scotland, yeah. People are much different up here, you know. They mind their own business, they keep moving. The only time anybody will stop, and that's to ask you why you got a camera, and you tell them you're on YouTube, they'll run. They don't want to be on YouTube, yeah. Okay, so anyway guys, thanks again, and any comments, put it at the bottom of here, and I'll get back to you guys. And if it's your first time watching, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get to come along with us in our adventures. So hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. You know what I mean? It's not just my channel, it's you guys' channel as well. And I'll see you next time. Okay, this is Crowgen signing out.